Hi everyone, I'm here with the video that I promised in my last video. So if you watched my Essence of Epica first impression review kind of video, you know that I also got another pre-order in the same week, and I'm sure you've guessed it already if you've been on this channel more than 5 seconds. I got the Decades Blu-ray. I know, we're all shocked. Whoa, surprising. It's in the title. But yes, so this is the Decades tour that Nightwish did, where they did like a greatest hits, that they obviously recorded one of the shows in Buenos Aires. And shall we have a little look at what I got in mind? So I ordered the Blu-ray and CD set, if you will. I know it's huge. When it came, I wasn't in. I've been away on holiday, and when I found out it was too big to fit through my letterbox, I thought, what? I've ordered a CD. Like, I was expecting it to be like the Evanescence Synthesis one, where it's like in a CD case. So I was a bit like, what? And then Phil ended up having to go and get it from our neighbours because they'd given it to them instead. So at least it was in the right street. And he was like, Vicky, it's huge. What did you order? Did you order the vinyl? And I thought, no, I didn't. And then when I came home and saw the parcel, I was genuinely scared I'd ordered the vinyl. But no, this is correct. This is the CD, and I'll let you have a little look. So if I open it up, this is the Blu-ray disc in the first part here, and it's actually like a book. She said it's not being able to open it. So it's got like pictures of the band performing in from on the tour. Obviously there's like dedicated pages to certain members. But yeah, like it's just like a lovely photo collection inside in a book. And then when you get to the back, you have the 2 discs of the CDs. This disc one up here, it's just 2. I have watched this, obviously, that's why I'm here making this video, and I have transferred the CDs onto my MP3 player so that I can listen to it on the go. And then the back is obviously the set list, and it indicates like where CD 1 starts and finishes and where CD 2 starts and finishes, and then obviously it's all on the same Blu-ray. But yes, it's a beautiful presentation, and I think this is a really nice collector's piece to have. I'm not sure where it's going to live, because all my CDs live on a CD rack together, and all my like Blu-ray, DVD kind of things all live on a shelf together, and this is too big for both of those. So yes, I own this gorgeous thing, but I don't know where it's going to live. As you can see, I got a little bit inspired by the purples on the cover and thought, oh, I'll do a cute little purple face. I mean, oh, she says it's cute. Kylie Jenner lip kit, I hate it. If you saw my video about my lipsticks, you know I hate it and that I only use it in videos because of that exact reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that out, and I'm not gonna refilm this because of a stupid lip kit. So if it's a bit missing from my lips, it's Kylie's fault. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk about my experiences from seeing the show live myself, as well as reviewing this, because I was lucky enough to go to 2 of the dates. I got to go to the Birmingham show, and then the next night I got to go to the Manchester show. So exciting. Me and my best friend were like absolutely going insane. We just couldn't cope. We were like, this is the Decades tour, it's Nightwish, it's huge, it's massive. So where shall I start? I'll start by telling you a couple of songs that I got on my show that this show did not get, and then I'll tell you the other way around as well. So I'm just looking at my notes down here. On my show, it actually opened up with Dark Chest of Wonders instead of End of All Hope. I know it says Swan Heart, but this was like an intro kind of instrumental version. Like, what am I trying to say? You know, like when Idola comes on before Epica come on stage and you hear the Inception noises. It was that for Nightwish. Yeah, so the real like opener song was End of All Hope for this DVD, but for me it was Dark Chest of Wonders, so that was one difference because we didn't get End of All Hope at all on our show and they didn't get Dark Chest of Wonders at all on this show. And then for the like Annette era of music, we got The Last Ride of the Day, whereas this show got Amaranth, and this show also got an extra song than what we got. We got Deep Silent Complete on here. Both my shows were the exact same set list. So some people may find that disappointing, but me and Vicky were absolutely excited to see that exact same set list again. Like, they picked great songs to do. And not just because it was a great collection of overall Nightwish, but I feel like they picked a lot of songs that Floor could really make her own and excel in. And so we were happy. I would say personal highlights for me. The main one, which if you saw my video of songs that I wish I would see live, I actually begged for this tour to come to the UK first of all, so I got that wish. But the song I really wanted was Slaying the Dreamer. I got that both nights, and it's on this, so I can watch it on here, and I've seen it in person, so I got my wish completely there. I would say that the songs that I've been like coming back to since seeing the show and I kind of remember being really exciting, I would say Come Cover Me. Honestly, it's never been that much of my favourite Nightwish song, but since seeing that show, I love that song. Gef Sesame. Why can I not pronounce this out loud? You know what song I'm saying. That one. Sacrament of Wilderness. Love that song. I've always loved that one, but really did after seeing it live. Elven Path. Really big highlight. More kind of for the fun of it, The Carpenter, because we all know that is a song that is quite infamous in Nightwish's career thanks to some beautiful vocals. We know all about those. But they are done beautifully on this tour because Troy takes over with the vocals in that song, so it's a lot better, and I'm glad they've got him to kind of do those songs. And yeah, obviously Slaying the Dreamer. I mean, that was my favourite both times. For me, one song that I'll keep saying and I'll keep upsetting the Nightwish fandom with, that I just wish they would retire and never do again because it takes up so much of the set list and I'm not bothered about it, is The Greatest Show on Earth. I am sorry. I don't know, I get into it and then it stops and starts and stops and starts and I just keep being bothered and then not bothered, and I'm not there. Sorry, I'm not on board. I'm like the only Nightwish fan on the planet that seems to think that this song is just very overrated and not really that exciting. Sorry. But I am very excited to see what these guys do next. I know they've been recording some material, so I'm hoping that the next Floor album is even more exciting than the one we got last time. But yeah, I'm gonna just quickly tell you a few little bits and pieces from watching this and from being there in person. One thing I will say is when I was watching this at home, I got chills just from the countdown appearing on the screen because it reminded me of when I was there, and it was like kind of emotional. I was like, oh my god, I remember being so excited to see that countdown and we were just screaming, and oh, honestly, that countdown works. Like, it works. Nightwish, keep it in. 'Cause I was absolutely like dying from excitement just watching it on Blu-ray. Just trying to have a look at a few of my notes. Sorry guys. Oh, so I'll tell you about the differences between the two shows that I saw. So the first one that I went to was in Birmingham, in the arena there. It didn't particularly sell out. It was quite, not empty, that's not the right word, but you could tell there was a lot more tickets left to sell. I'd say maybe it was like 3/4, something like that. And the audience was very, well, timid, not very excitable, apart from me and Vicky. It was very kind of calm, and everyone was just basically stood or sat patiently, kind of just looking. I like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, people weren't really like singing along and getting into it and things like that as much. And which I found really weird, because usually my experience, if I go to a symphonic metal show in Birmingham, they love it and they eat it right up. But maybe they're not as big on the bigger acts and they care more about the local acts there, because it's a lot of local shows that I've been to before then. So who knows? But yeah, that audience just didn't seem as enthusiastic about Nightwish doing this huge Decades tour as we expected, and we actually got told off by the staff for windmilling. Yes, it has happened. I've got done at a concert, and we got told to like basically stay in our seats and just look, which I guess is why everyone else was doing it too. But all I'm saying is, the Wembley show for Vehicle of Spirit, I was stood in my seat going for it. My hair was all over the place, screaming every lyric out. Wembley were cool with that. Birmingham having none of it. So yeah, that was a bit of a downer. But then the next night we went to the Manchester show, and that audience was alive. It felt electric. Some people I was seeing said it was like a really bad crowd, and I thought, what, you didn't go to Birmingham yesterday, so maybe we were so excited because in comparison this one was. But I thought it was a really good crowd at the Manchester show, and that arena did seem to sell out. Like, the floor was full, because in the Birmingham one we were sat at the front of the seating, but right at the back where the back people stood would have been, and there was like loads of space there. But in the Manchester one you couldn't see space on the floor, and you couldn't really see any empty seats apart from the sections that blatantly weren't sold because they were out of sight of the show. Like, there was a few, like, say this is my stage here, there was a few seats like kind of this area that nobody was in, so I'm assuming they didn't sell those seats. So the Manchester one to me was a lot more of a great crowd, and everyone just seemed to be loving every show. You could see so many people getting into it. Again, we were up in our seats going for it. Apologies to anyone who's seen me at any of these concerts and doesn't like my approach, but I mean, it was Nightwish doing a Decades tour. Like, it was worth being so excitable. So my friend Vicky lives in the Manchester area, and other people she knew was at that same show, and they said they could hear us screaming. But the most exciting part of all this is that Floor Jansen noticed us. She saw us going for it up in the seats, pointed us out and like waved at us and was like proud of us for going for it. So thank you, Floor, for acknowledging my existence for all of a minute at best. But like, we were screaming at her when she was noticing us. She probably just thought we were absolute like weird stalker fans. I mean, no, not stalker. I'm joking. You guys know how excitable I get about things. Massive fangirl. But yeah, I would say for me, the Manchester Nightwish show is one of the best concerts I've been to, full stop. Like, that was just amazing. And the people in this show definitely were as enthusiastic as me and Vicky were hoping people would be. Like, they're really going for it in this, and you can hear the crowd are just absolutely in love with the show, and that helped to make this filmed recording like even better, because the audience just love every second of it. And yeah, like, I mean, I can't even say a bad thing about this, because this is just the kind of concert I would love to be at, where everyone's just so excited, everyone's so in sync, the whole audience like singing to the band and all sorts. Like, they picked a great show to film. So yeah, I think this is another top-notch one from me. 5 out of 5 stars. Shocking, I know, but honestly, like, this tour was just such a perfect idea. Hats off to everyone in Nightwish. I'm so excited for what they're going to bring next. Floor seems to have really come into her own in this band and is just demanding everyone's attention. also seen some stuff from the Best Singers, is that how it's pronounced, show that Floor was in. Absolutely amazing. I mean, we can't fault this woman. She is the rightful heir to Nightwish, you know. Tarja was the queen, and then Floor came and took over correctly after a little bump in the country's road. Nothing against Annette Olsen as a person, she's just not my vocal styles. But yeah, I have no complaints about this at all, other than I wish The Greatest Show on Earth wasn't as much of a thing as it is. But I'm the minority there, so the rest of you who adore that song, I'm going to be so happy it's on this, because it is still gorgeous. Like, I'm not stupid. I can tell that every single element of that song was done to perfection, and that it would have been amazing being there in the crowd. I mean, when I was there in the crowd and they're doing the We Were Here, that does motivate you. Like, you're in. They're the moments of the song when I'm really excited, and you know, but it takes 20 minutes to get there. So that's kind of how I feel on that one. I just wish they could edit it down a little and really perfect it. Like, I don't need the stops for monkey noises or whatever. I don't need that. I just need one full song. I'm gonna complain about that song, I think, every single time, because I have in like every Nightwish video where that song's been relevant. But yeah, these are all my thoughts on this absolutely amazing recording of an amazing tour that I'm so privileged to have seen twice. And I mean, even if I'd only seen it once, I'd have been privileged, because it was a show for the fans. Like, it's what we were asking for, and we got what we wanted. The only way that it could have got any better is if Tarja Turunen had come out and done a couple of the songs herself. Like, but obviously that's not going to happen. But we can dream. So, tell me what you think. Did you get this? I know that in America they released this as a DVD because there was the demand there. A little bit gutted we didn't get that option here in the UK. But, oh well, you know. I do have a Blu-ray player. It's just that I don't really buy Blu-rays. But I actually got money off this. I forgot to tell you about my pre-order. Slightly good luck. So, I pre-ordered this, and it was £39, I believe. And then the website I pre-ordered it from had a price drop, and it went down to 32, I think it was. Something like that. So I saved like £7 on this, because they gave everybody the same price at the end, even though some people had pre-ordered it at a more expensive price. So that was good. And again, this did come on time. I just wasn't home for it. So again, another pre-order where it actually all worked out nicely and I wasn't here for it at all. But still, I highly recommend. If you're a Nightwish fan, you'll want this in your collection. This is a beautiful edition, as you can probably all tell, but I'm sure every edition is lovely in its own way. Let me know if you've got this. Have you got a different edition? Does it have different features to mine? Let's talk about it. What are your favourite songs? And did you get to see a show? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.